Hi everyone, Lisa Haven here, and I've got a critical report to share with you guys. Over the past 6 years, thousands of people have disappeared from your mainstream social media websites like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and even your Google search engines and right here on YouTube. You see, I have been warning for the past 10 years about censorship here in the United States of America, and it seems with every election, things just seem to get worse and worse with every passing day. And right now, it's gotten so bad that Twitter even took it upon themselves and censored a GOP website, even though it was just briefly. Take a look at this article on rtnews.com. Twitter censors the government, briefly blocking link to GOP page on Congress's website with copy of New York Post Hunter Biden story. Now here's an actual screenshot of what Tim Pool got when he tried to click on the GOP government webpage. And you could see it says, warning, it may not be safe to go to this website. Now, Twitter has made it very clear that this was an accident and done by mistake, but needless to say, this was done as a result of Twitter blocking a New York Post story. Take a look at this article on nypost.com. Twitter and Facebook censor post over Hunter Biden expose. The problem here is Twitter and Facebook are not doing the same thing with leftist extreme media. For example, they allowed the Christopher Steele dossier, the fake dossier, to be broadcast and advertised all over their platforms without any hesitation. You see, there isn't an even playing ground when it comes to these social media dictators that are attempting to rule over what news you can and can't see. And at what point in time do they stop censoring? Or at what point in time is more information not added on? The real problem here is that it's going to continue to be more censored and more censored and more censored until literally every topic is not allowed to be talked about anymore. And even recently, YouTube added a new restriction to it. Take a look at this article on Variety.com. YouTube cracks down on QAnon content, banning conspiracy theory videos tied to real-world violence. As a result, many channels are now completely terminated from their website, including X22, SGT, Amazing Polly, and many, many others. Now, this was a new regulation just pushed recently by YouTube, and no one got a warning. No one knew what they were or weren't allowed to publish. This is why I encourage you guys so much to please get on over to restrictedrepublic.com. And as a result of everything that's happening with Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, and I know right now we have some in the GOP that are going after Twitter and Facebook and specifically trying to subpoena them right now for what's going on. I know President Trump is working on Section 203, but I want to encourage you guys, we don't know what tomorrow holds. We never know what their new regulation is, and we don't really know what's actually allowable and what's not. So please get on over to Restricted Republic, and as a result of what's going on, I'm right now going to bring back up our special code BAND, and if you plug in that coupon code, you can get the yearly for $20 off. This is a massive savings, so it becomes only $60 for an entire year, or you can get the monthly service at $5.99 a month, and this helps support everything that we do on my channel. As you know, we were unmonetized here on YouTube, and I'm still working on getting that back. But not only that, but this is a way that we can really keep in touch with you and get you the latest on everything that is going on, because I have no idea what tomorrow holds. So it's absolutely critical that you sign up on restrictedrepublic.com to follow us and the content that we put out, because like many of these YouTube channels, they never expected it to happen and didn't know that one day their channel would just be gone. So this is why we all plan ahead. But here's something else I wanted to show you about what's going on, and this is on foxnews.com. Adrian Cohen, Facebook and Twitter's thuggish censorship and election interference means no citizen is safe. And I have to say, I agree with him 100%. Because think about it this way, big tech always adds to their list of censorship, right? It keeps growing. At what point does the list stop or shrink? And it hasn't shrunken. It hasn't stopped. They just keep adding to it. First, it was you can't talk about 9/11. Then you can't talk against vaccines. Then you can't talk against climate change. Then you can't talk against QAnon. Then you can't say certain things about COVID. Then until it's all gone. Until nothing remains. But only what the radical left wants. Are we in America? This feels like communist China because our system is mimicking China's right now. Over in China, you can't talk about certain things there either. And if every talking point revolves, you can't, and there's no reason as to why or actual info on it, then we become a communist country. That's where I believe we are headed. Anyhow, please don't forget to check out my partner at hidewithlisa.com. Look, if you don't have a VPN yet, I want to encourage you guys to get one today. I know that a lot of people in China use them to go around some of the communism there, if you will, to get on a more secure engine. And I want to encourage you guys, now is the time to get a VPN. And I personally use it on my phones. My kids have it. I have it. But I want to encourage you, make sure you have a VPN and protect your privacy on the internet. So check it out at hidewithlisa.com. Anyhow, I love all of you. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.